two types of Muslims: the ones who say, I have mental endurance because Allah has given me the commandment of fasting. Fasting, by the permission of Allah, has trained me to be more disciplined. Prayer has made me more disciplined. You got those types of Muslims who are the strong believers. Remember, the strong believer is more beloved to Allah than the weak believer. And then you got the guys who are like, oh, the deen is so hard, life is so hard, I'm so overwhelmed, everything is so hard. And we all feel overwhelmed at times. I'm not saying that it's invalid to ever feel overwhelmed, but what I'm reminding you is that as a Muslim, you have more discipline than the average man or the average woman. You have more discipline than the average person. That's why there's nur in your face. And also if the sun is in your face, like right now. But you know what? There's nur in your face. It's a different type of nur in your face, regardless whether the sun is in your face or not, when you are a believer, because you have the greatest gift that was ever given to any human being, which is the gift of guidance. Better than any material thing in this temporary dunya is the guidance upon the deen. And so we need to wear these challenges like a badge of honor, and they are, not to be arrogant, but to simply know that this is a truth, and this is the truth for mankind, that all of mankind needs, and to give da'wah and everything else. So when it comes to your own personal discipline, right? How do you shift your mindset if you're somebody who ever falls into this feeling of overwhelm and whatever it may be? And even the most disciplined people feel overwhelmed at times. It's to change your mindset. Now, I know that might sound generic because a lot of people talk about mindset, but mindset is actually very tangible and specific, okay? So we can see the very example of like the person who looks with the perspective of positivity, which is, wow, Islam has trained me to be more disciplined, therefore I have discipline in other areas. It's really just as simple as that. When you realize that hard work is easy and actually making excuses to not work hard and be lazy is actually harder, you realize that it's just way easier than you think it is. So it's a matter of surrounding yourself with people with the right mindset, though, because no matter how much you try to remind yourself of the right mindset, if you're constantly surrounded by people who are like, oh, life is so hard, Islam is so hard, oh wow, you must be so disciplined, blah, 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 then it's not going to be normal and easy for you. It's going to feel hard because everybody around you is telling you it's hard. But if you shift your mindset and you shift yourself to a place of like, hey, you know what? This is easy. I'm around people who also believe it's easy. Therefore, it's easy. Therefore, we're going to crush it. Boom. Then that's it. So it's so important that you surround yourself with the right people and you have the right mindsets and you consume the right content. And at the end of the day, I know that there's a sympathetic place in our heart within all of us for the people who have it harder than us. So it is important to acknowledge those people and to try to help them in any way you can, but do not drag yourself down in the process. You know, some people are strong enough in their own mindset and their own iman that they can mix with the people who are low in iman and struggling and help them. But if that's not you, then you have to know yourself best. There are certain people who my iman is not strong enough to be around them to try to give them da'wah. So I'm not going to try to give them da'wah. I just cut them out, right? Versus there are other people who I can, help influence in the right direction. So you got to know yourself. And likewise, there's people who might be, really, really weak, and there might be some people who are really strong. So again, surround yourself with the right people. This is one of the key things. I can go on a bunch of tangents with this, but I want to keep this video short and sharp. So it's just the mindset. So I hope that this reminder helps you. The strong believer is more beloved to Allah than the weak believer. So be a strong believer in all areas. And inshallah, Allah will give you success. In Allah ma'as sabirin. And inshallah, we will do some more, Q&A type stuff in addition to these motivationals. So anyways, but you can also just DM me your questions and drop them below. We also did a Q&A sticker a while ago, so I'll answer those on the story soon, inshallah. I'll see you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum.